Wow, great. So sorry about a little delay in the stream. Guys, very, very warm welcome. I'm so sorry. I'm a bit late. I know half an hour or something, but there was some technical glitch because of which we had to postpone. I mean, not postpone, like come a little late. How are you guys doing? Come on, guys. Very, very warm welcome to all you guys. Today being a weekend, I'm just too pumped up and too hyped up to basically start my day positively. So I hope you guys are doing really well. People joining in from all the parts of the world. Come on, guys. Be a sport. I want you guys to answer, participate in this live stream and not just watch for the sake of watching it. So if there's any kind of personal requirements, as in like you need any personal assistance and help and any other questions that you have on a day-to-day basis, let's discuss. Let's make these sessions fruitful. Let's make these sessions useful. Let's make these sessions, something where we can talk about everything that's related to crypto and your trading journeys. Any specific questions do I have, or I start my day as usual? Have a 4 hour long session. I think I might extend a little today because I started late. So let's see what can we do about it. So tell me, guys, any specific questions you have? Yesterday we discussed few things. We were discussing about how to go about with trading. Like basically, we are focusing on how to take trades in different ways actually, and trading in right direction. That is also something we discussed. So today also I'm going to give you a good setup in terms of buy or sell opportunity. Yesterday I had one setup which I was trying to predict and kind of failed. I'm going to show you what exactly has happened in that trade, why the kind of predictions we were putting in, why it didn't go the way we planned it, and what exactly might have happened. And I will also show you the high probable places where we can get definite entries and exits. What normally happens is, when we are trying to take trades, there are sometimes when we are not taking trades in the right location. Okay, that's where exactly we kind of tend to either get trapped or our stop losses gets hit. So this is something that happens, and some of us kind of miss it out. So we'll see the high probable setups. We'll see how we can basically improvise on picking up the right places. So when I say right places, it is very important. Two very important things which normally happens, and most of the traders, when they are taking trades, these are the two mistakes which normally people do, which I will show you in the setup. I will show you with the example too. You have to stay tuned. You have to stay for some time, because you're not going to learn this like over a second or over a minute. So you have to stay tuned, because I'll take you deep into it, where exactly you might be taking wrong decisions and all. So a lot of us start trade looking at certain permutation combination things, validations and everything. We look at various things and we think, oh, this is the right sniper entry for me. But then you must have seen, like, let me draw this on the charts. Like maybe you might have seen like price moving up, 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 up. You saw that it's going up, and you think that looking at this chart sometimes, oh, it's going up, or moving averages are all in uptrend, all the time frames are basically. Of course, my dear, I am ready to be your mentor. Do follow. I will begin from the beginning. I don't mind. I was actually taking through a setup today, but I don't mind if you're going to promise me that you're going to stay here, and also you're going to deposit funds while I'm live, so that I can give you a trade as well. So then I'm definitely going to be your mentor, and I'm definitely going to help you. I'm not saying, I'm not forcing you to do this, but it all depends. If you find some value in the content that if you find some value what I'm teaching here, what I'm telling you, then yes, please do it. Otherwise, it's totally up to you. Any which ways, I'm going to take you through. I understand you're a beginner. First of all, as a beginner trader, there are a few things that you need to ask yourself. First thing, is basically understand what kind of a trader do you want to be. Do you want to be a spot trader, or do you want to be a futures trader? When you answered that, then comes the next thing. how much capital do you have, and what kind of a risk taker are you. Okay, so for differentiate between the two, a spot trader is somebody who is basically going into a market. For example, you go to a phone shop and you tell that you would like to buy, say, 100 units of iPhone. So you pay upfront money to the person, and the person gives you 100 units of your iPhone. That is spot trading, that is spot dealing, like money exchange. You got your unit. Okay, that is spot. Whereas in futures, what you tend to do is, you bought it at whatever price it was going on. You gave money, you got the unit. Now this unit is lying in your pocket, is lying in your basket. Now what you will do is, you will take those 100 units of iPhone, and you'll go to another market, or you'll go to the same market, maybe also, doesn't matter, and you'll say, I now want to sell this 100 units of iPhone, because you purchased it in $100. Now you want to say, I want to sell it at 120 per unit. This is spot trading. Clear cut, easy, simple to understand. This is spot. You give money, you get the units. You want to now sell it at a higher price. Now when you're ready to sell it at a higher price, doesn't mean the market is actually going at that price what you want to sell it at, right? So obviously market will be up down, up down, up down. That is how it is going to go, right? So that is obvious. So in that scenario, now what happens is, now we look for a proper setup where we are buying at the dip, and then we are basically looking for the price to shoot up so that we can sell. It's a simple logic: buy low, sell high. I think this is very much clear for you. There's no like difficulty here. If you have understood this, write yes in the comments, and then I'll proceed. Can you write it in the comments? Yes, my dear. User 355564. Can you write it in the comments? Tell me yes, you understood. Because see, I want to make sure that you are understanding the concepts. Then I proceed with next things. Although I can proceed like quickly, very quickly, but it doesn't make sense if you're not understanding the thing. User 353564. You wrote in the comments, I'm a beginner, I want to learn how to trade. So please, can you basically say yes that you understood this much? Then we go about with the next thing. Okay, great. That's great. I want this kind of answers, guys. Be quick and answer so that I can proceed further step by step and tell you how to take necessary steps. Okay, now if you want to be a spot trader, you've decided you want to be a spot trader. Spot trading has nothing to do with a lot of logic or lot of calculations. Honestly speaking, spot trading is the most simplest form of trading, where you don't have you don't have leverage involved, which is like the borrowed money. You don't have liquidations. You don't have any headache of your price, your position getting liquidated or anything as such. Spot is a simple kind of for trading, where basically you buy low and you sell high. That's the only logic, and that's the only direction you will be trading. In spot, you're not trading in both the directions, whereas in futures you do in both the ways, right? You can sell also, you can buy also. But in spot, you will only be able to sell after you acquire the number of units. Okay, get the difference. In futures, even without having a unit in your account, even without actually purchasing that, you're basically able to sell without holding any unit, because you're just buying or selling the contracts there. Just there is a contract lying in the air, imagine, and then you are just selling it, picking up that contract and just selling it and buying it without having any logic out there. That is what spot futures trading is. But spot trading is different, where you are actually buying the unit. You have 100 units lying in your basket, lying in your pocket, and then until unless you plan to sell it at the price that you're planning to, nobody is going to take that away. You want to keep it for 5 years, 100 years, whatever number of time, whatever period you want to keep it, you can. Now, very important thing which all of us need to understand is, here there is one very important thing. Although you might have bought it at a certain price that you bought it, but doesn't mean that like for example, currently you bought it at $100. So it doesn't mean that price is going to shoot up to 120 just because you want to sell it, correct? So you have to wait for certain conditions to be met and the price to reach to that level, then only you'll be able to sell. Now, how do you decide when do you want to buy, when do you sell? Is it's a simple logic. You have to have certain validations and confirmations on the chart. The confirmations are that you need to use your moving averages. That is one indicator that we talk about. It's an exponential moving average or a simple moving average. You can use any of it that you can use. You have to see that on all time frames, 5 minutes or 15 minutes or basically 60 minutes or on 4 hours chart or all the charts. Your moving average should be basically below price and price should be above it. Did you understand this? Because moving average is here, your price is here, which means that you are basically trading in the up trend. Okay, when do we buy is because like we look at the 4 hours chart, we see that the moving average is sitting below the price. Understand this? Moving average in the sense average price for past 50 days, past 50 candles or past 200 candles has been lower than the actual price. This is how it is. This is your moving average, this is your price, which means it's in an uptrend. It's in an uptrend. So when it is in uptrend, then basically what we are trying to do here is we're going to pick up a dip point here, the lower, like you, when price is making, when it's in uptrend, so price is making your higher highs and higher lows, right? Like this. So we are going to pick up a dip here. In this scenario, all these dips are what we are going to pick up, and we are going to buy it at this position, and we are going to look for a high over here in these zones to be able to sell it. Simple logic, understood? Simple logic, have you understood this? I'm giving you the example here, my dear. It is here. Again, I'll draw this. Wait, let me delete this. Maybe, I don't know. Like, let me take it a little up and draw this here. Okay. So okay, for example, I'll show you. Like we have a brush. Let me. So your price in an uptrend, basically what will it do? It will go up, it will come down. Okay. Then it will go up, it will make higher highs, and then it will make higher lows. It will go higher high and it will make higher lows. Okay. Higher high, higher lows. Like, okay. Slowly it is just reaching. So you see, this is an uptrend. It's like kind of going up, 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 up. Okay. So this is an uptrend. Now you are supposed to be picking up these zones, which are your support zones for your buying positions, and you should be selling at these positions. So say here price is 100, here price is 120. So you bought it at 100, you sold it at 120. Say here it was 130. Say here it was 140, for example. These are hypothetical figures. These are 150. Not necessary price will move in this kind of direction, like such big, huge numbers or something like that. So 100, I bought it at 100, I sold it at 120. I bought it at 100 again, I sold it at 130. I bought it at 100, I sold it at 140. So price has this habit of always coming back to this zone. This lows that you see is the support. So this is where the buying mostly is becoming very like, you know, it's becoming very, very significant. So what happens is, I'll tell you, there are certain regions where basically what happens is where people like to buy in those particular price ranges. Now, normally, how do you start your trading? I'll tell you very clearly. Okay, you start your day. There are various ways through which you can do trading. Okay, I have a very simple logic, and I don't complicate my life way too much. I make my life simple. How do I make my life simple? I'll tell you. So I'm on my 1 hour chart right now, but I'll go to 5 minutes chart first. Okay. I'll go 5 minutes chart, and then I draw my day to day. So this is how my day looks. Okay. These are the exact steps that I do. So see, you asked me this question 3553564. My dear, uh, first of all, tell me, do you want to do swing trading? Is that what you want to do? Because swing trading is something that we are planning for a big like we're planning a setup here where we are trying to, you know, target certain area and see that if we can basically get a proper setup for a buy, and then we'll try to aim something. That is what, you know, we are trying to target a structure here. So now what I normally do is, like when I'm basically trading, whether I'm doing futures or I'm doing a spot. Wait, let me take my lines. I have my lines here. I'm going to draw my vertical line here. This is my yesterday's close and my today's beginning. So now I have my support and resistances here. Okay, I'm going to draw this. Even if you don't want to draw your manual support and resistances, guys, there are ample indicators in the market which you can use. Support and resistance indicator is also available in the market. I can show you live right now which is available, so you can go use that also. Like, I'm going to close this Fibonacci for some time because I don't need it. I'll use it when I need it. So I can go and put a support resistance here. You can see here support and resistance levels will with breakouts. This itself is good enough for you to basically, you know, draw your setups. I don't think yes, why not? Sure, I can definitely help you with it, my dear. If you think you need, I don't have any other online sessions as such, trust me, at the current moment, but yes, at the current moment, I am not holding any other online search. But you can be part of the stream. I'm live between 4 to 8 p.m. Dubai time, so you can be live at this point in time along with me. Don't worry. It's just that every day you need to give some little time, my dear. That's all it is. It's just like it's not like you're going to learn it in one go. Because see, for me also to become a professional trader, it took me about 1.5, 2 years to kind of learn everything. To this date, also after 1.5, 2 years of spending and like doing complete research and analysis on this industry, I still feel I have so much to learn. Because yesterday's setup, when we were doing it yesterday, I wanted to, explain certain things there. I wanted to explain why do some setups fail. Like, you know, in some there are days when setups do fail. So I want to discuss that also. So, you know, after doing so much research past 1.5, 2 years and all of that, still I feel like I'm as if, you know, I need a lot more to learn. So you're not going to learn this like overnight. I want you to basically stick to this and like, you know, you have to give some time towards it, and then yes, you can definitely learn. I will definitely help you. No, don't worry. Where are you from? Can I know your name as well? 3536 353564. Can I know your name? And what do you do? What is your profession? Guys, write the comments in the section. Otherwise, I'm not going to understand what all you're understanding. Keep writing it so that I know that yes, you are understanding, and then you are basically, following what we are discussing here. I want you guys to be interactive, guys. Come on, please. Okay, it's a request. Please be active. And like I said, if you find value in this things that we are discussing, go use the deposit button that you see on the deposit function and deposit funds while I'm live, so that I can even help you take a trade. Because just to starting out, I can understand the fear, the not so confident thing that you have in your mind. I can definitely help you out with it, so don't worry. I'm there to handhold and guide you in every which way. Coming to taking a trade or not taking a trade is completely your decision. I'm not going to force upon anyone. If you think you want to, then you have to comply with depositing funds while I'm live, and then get in touch with me. Send the screenshot to me that yes, you have deposited funds while I'm live, so that I can help you out with it. Now, as I was telling, the first and foremost thing which you do when you enter into a trade or when you start your day is you draw support resistance lines. I draw vertical and horizontal lines. I draw my support and resistance. Do you really want to draw manual support and resistance? That's totally your choice. Or you want to use the support and resistance level with breaks. That's a beautiful indicator by Lux Algo that you get it on TradingView itself. I don't think this is available on the Zbit platform, but you can check. Wait, let me just check. Do we have this indicator there? Support and resistance. I don't think it. Oh, we don't have it. We don't have it. So yes, so you can come to this trading view also. Like you can keep the trading view screen also separately if you want, or if you want to use the Zbit platform screen also, that's totally fine. Totally up to you guys what feels comfortable to all you people. Then you will be seeing where the support and resistance is sitting. So you see today the support is sitting at 3077 and resistance is sitting at 3134. So it's basically not even how much weight, how much market is it? 3076. So it's about 58 points move only. It's not like too big movement. If I try to measure this on a scale, it's not even about it's not about 1.86% market also. It's like less than a 2% of a market. Now, given that this is the range for the day where the market is moving just about 58 points in a day, and it's basically 1.86% is what it is moving now. In this range is what we are supposed to be finding an opportunity. Now how do you trade? It's a simple logic. Whenever you see the price reaching the support level, this is your buy zone, and whenever you see basically the resistance level, you basically sell from this. Now, by just simply looking at this, this is where you think is support and resistance. Then you might also want to ascertain it with some other things. And in my case, what I normally tend to do is sometimes I use this support and resistance levels which are there with the indicator itself. So you see here is rightly marked as a resistance here. There is another swing that it has marked as a resistance. There is another swing that it marked as resistance, but these are previous ones. In present condition, the support is still sitting here for us. Okay. The first break, which means the price when it is going to retest, the first break it might take is maybe somewhere here. Okay. Then it might come to this level, which is the major support for the day that we have. So now when we are planning our entry, we also have to see where exactly the price levels are sitting. Is it in the discounted zone or is it in the premium zone? When it is in the premium zone, we are not buying in the premium zone. We are always selling in the premium zone. And when it is discount zone, we are basically looking to buy. Now, how to identify the discount and premium zones also is very important. You might by manually drawing it, you can look for support and resistance to decide your premium zones are always your resistance zones and your discount zones are always your support zone. But if you want to have more confirmations and be sure of it, there is another indicator which basically is there in smart money concepts, I think. So that is basically called as smart money concepts indicator. See guys, I'm not trying to promote or I'm not trying to tell you that you should totally rely on indicators and trade. While you can rely on this like to an extent, but I'm not saying completely depend on them. These things will help you make your life a little easy. I do trade with indicators too, and at the same time, I don't completely rely on them. There are certain other things, aspects that I even look for. So you have to have a permutation combination of everything, looking at the chart, the bigger picture of it, and everything, and then you come to a conclusion. So as I was telling you that you need to identify your support and your discount and premium zones. So once you come to this, I will show you there is a basically like you have your in this particular thing, you have a setting that you need to change. So if you want to identify fair value gaps and then you want to put your premium and discount zone, you can come and see here. Can you now see I have changed settings? This has clearly marked discount zone over here. So when the price is going to hit the 3077 or 3074 or below the support zone, that is where exactly your discount zone. So whenever you see there is a discount zone, that is your buying opportunity. And here you see on the top, you see there is a premium thing marked here. So this is your premium zone where you are basically, whenever price reaches this level, you basically have to sell from this. Now given this is the current scenario, when you are basically entering into the trade, uh, not necessary that the conditions are always going to be the same. So maybe price retest this zone and reaches the discount zone. Might be possible that it might hit here and then bounce back, and then the price might start going up. This is very much possible. Or it might as well mean that it might reach the discount zone and it might start moving in the downward direction also. So there is no certainty as such that price is always going to continue upward or downward, or things like that. So how the conditions are as at that time is what we basically take into picture, and then we change our directions according to the way market is behaving. And I'll tell you exactly how and what all you have to do. Although there might be setups which you will basically plan and you will enter, and some of them will short give you a profit within next half an hour, 1 hour, or coming 2 3 hours. But there will be times where the setups do fail, and yes, it is very much possible that we might predict something looking at the perfect setups, yet perfect setups also fail. This is very much with crypto industry. There is no 100% guarantee on any setup that you are entering into. When you enter into a setup, it's always remember, always a probability of 50-50 only. You are not entering into a 100% setup at all. So if you think, oh, I picked up a like rejection wick, or I picked up a fair value gap, I picked up a order block, so I'm going to have 100% kind of a profit, or I'm going to have a perfect setup. Trust me, within next few seconds, something opposite of it happens. Nobody has control over it. So when you are entering into a trade, if you're going with the mindset, I'm picking a sniper 100% entry, then you are totally wrong here. You're always means always entering into a trade with a probability of 50-50 only. Now, what is very important in this is you have to understand that when you enter it at a probability of 50-50, you have to see that whether the probability that you're trying to take it up, how much you're able to risk manage there, and how much you're able to take a reward out of it. So that is exactly what we are planning at that particular time when we are entering into a trade. So this is what we are exactly doing. So now you see, I use this indicator and I can see there is a clear cut fair value gap. Now by looking at this, I can I can think, oh, I got a re-entry phase here. That okay, if I am going to plan my setup here, somewhere I take my buy position here and keep the target somewhere at this wick, then my basically my setup for the day is done. I am basically sitting at, say, for example, like I'm putting a long position here and I'm putting my target somewhere here at this week only. So my risk to reward of, say, I am basically targeting like risk to reward of 1:10.4 is too much. So I'm just putting this and just 1:3, for example. Let's think this way. So I am putting a setup here and this is what I have done. But is there a guarantee that next time when the re-entry, like, when the re-entry is supposed to happen and when it is retesting this zone, 100% guarantee that yes, it will happen? There is no short any 100% guarantee on that. Yes, there are times when wicks do get rejected and price will retest those zones. But what if price again comes in this zone, again price gets rejected, or for some reason it reverses from this zone itself? So whatever target you keep might not be achievable. So it all depends sometimes how the moment you enter into a trade, maybe at that point in time, if the conditions change for some reason, sudden news comes up, negative news, and the market starts falling, or suddenly something like instead of buyers becoming strong, the sellers took over for some reason. So a lot of things that can happen in the market. So every time we are trying to take a trade, it's basically we are taking it with a probability of 50-50 only. And based on whatever the market conditions are changing, we have to even size and change our positions accordingly. Sometimes short profit will happen, sometimes it will not happen. you have to stick to the screen for sure. One very important thing is, of course, when you're trading in spot, even if you're not sticking to the screens for a longer time, you might not care about every movement there, so it's totally fine sometimes, but I don't say encourage that you have to stay away from the screen when you're spot trading. Whenever you are into a trade, make it a habit to stick to the screen for some time, because you will know in coming few minutes only whether whether what you're trying to aim is worth taking the shot, because you might keep a target, you might keep a target somewhere, but what if the conditions in the present scenario changes and market reverses completely? Trust me, even in the most perfect setups, the reversals can happen for any reason on this earth, and there is no guarantee at all that okay, just because an uptrend is going on, you took a buy trade with a positive attitude, the attitude is not going to work. Sometimes the most perfect setups also fail and they reverse for some reason, and yesterday was a classic example of it, and I will show you what exactly has happened in that setup, so that you guys don't make that mistake or all over again, and you guys don't fall victim to such kind of failures. So yesterday, you remember guys, when I was telling you that price is above all the moving averages, price is basically above VWAP, which is the volume weighted average price, and price is above moving average on all the time frames. It was an uptrend that was going on 1 hour frame, 4 hours frame, and 5 minutes and 15 minutes. All the setups were showing it was a perfect uptrend that was going on, and suddenly I'll show you exactly where the setup failed. So let me just pull that information for you. I think this is where it happened. What time is it today? 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock. So yeah, this is where exactly it happened. So yesterday, this area, okay, I'm going to remove this indicator here first, and I'll add my moving averages and VWAP here, just to give you a little understanding of what am I speaking about, why am I speaking that, whether the bestest of the bestest things can fail, why am I saying that bestest of the best setups can fail. I'm giving you that as an example. This is moving average, and I'm putting my VWAP also here. This is my VWAP. Okay. So I'll change the settings of my moving average to 200 moving average, okay, because I want to see the bigger side of it. I want to see the bigger perspective of it, okay. So this is how my SMA is in blue color and my VWAP is in green color. I'll put this in, okay, what color is mine? I'll put it in yellow color, okay. See yellow. So yesterday price was basically somewhere here. Okay, this is exactly where it was yesterday, 12th of December. It was above this. So can you guys see price went slightly above both moving average as well as above the VWAP here. Okay, this is where I exactly was looking at on the 5 minutes chart. Then I came to my 1 hour chart. Even my 1 hour was showing me the same thing yesterday. You see, it was above this. Where is that? 12th of December. So you see on both these charts, price is above it, right? So basically it was here. And then coming to the 4 hours chart, 4 hours chart also. Here basically it was, you see price was slightly above the curve, like for both of them. Can you see, like on the moving averages also? So by looking at this, and what, the RSI, relative strength index, or what my DMI, my buying pressure, and my basically overall ADX, the trend and everything was showing was that the buyers are in control, and basically the trend is strong and everything is strong. So I, looking at this, thought that basically price is going to go up, and I have told you guys that we can plan our buy entry at this point. So coming to the 5 minutes chart, I told to the client that basically what we can do here is we can plan our, sorry, let me go to this side. We can plan our buy entry here, this place. And I told him an entry point, entry level here, and I told him to keep a target of 1:2, and we can basically take a trade of a long buy. Trust me guys, when I was doing this analysis at that point in time, the overall market was looking such positive, and moreover the overall market was also in a positive sense. Yesterday we did some NVT calculation, network value to transaction calculations. That also showed that price is undervalued today, so there's a buying opportunity today. We did that analysis, we did this analysis, and everything looked perfect until this is where exactly price came, and price retested this zone, failed at this zone, and this is where exactly it reversed completely. Okay, this was the only mistake which happened here, which actually I did not miss out. Of course, I think at that point in time I went for a small little break and I kind of came back. Meanwhile, all these things have happened and price started shooting down, and I because of the break and the little time that I took at this 14:35, which was a period where I kind of missed it out on seeing this. And by the time I came, the price started shooting completely down, and it basically reversed from here, and the downtrend started here. So ideally, if what would have happened, or what was the best strategy for all of us to pick it up, was, even if in this case, and I kind of tell to all the people, when we are trying to take trades, especially from the peaks, like even from the bottom or the peaks, the best way is to first see that when you take a trade, if price, because price will definitely retest your buying level. So for example, if somebody would have taken a position at say 3247 here, so if this zone is getting retested again and price doesn't move past this, it's a clear indication that price tested your zone, your entry price. It is not becoming strong and price got rejected. Can you see this candle here? Can you see a very good rejection candle here? That a long wick candle here. So this has clearly said, this is clearly telling you that whatever you bought it at this level, price is trying to move. Hold on. Price is trying, like for example, if you bought in this zone, okay, so price tried to retest this zone. You see this zone, if you bought it, it tested this zone here. If it had to rally, it would make the candle would form here and the candle would form here and it will start rallying like this. Okay, but it tested in this zone and then it started basically coming down. Okay, this is what exactly has happened. And this rejection candle, which basically somebody would have missed it while looking at the trade, is where exactly the problem has happened. So if you see next time onwards, I want you guys to remember this, that whenever you take a trade, I am again repeating, remember these words. When you take a trade, when you take sell trade, you take a buy trade, doesn't matter. Whichever point you are entering into, say for example, you entered at this wick level. I'll again delete this and I'll show you. Let me draw this line here, horizontal line. If you take a trade at this level, say you made an entry point at this level thinking that now price from this level is going to shoot up. You took a trade here, thinking that price will now go up like this, okay? And you took a trade here. But what happened? You see, the very next few minutes, price came to your entry price again. Did you see what it did? You took an entry point here. You basically waited. Price was retesting like little lower zone, seeing that okay, whether buying can become strong here, strong here. It went till here. Can you see till here? It was like 3211. So this was very clear from here that price tried to go to this level to collect some liquidity. What happened is it was not successful. So it tried to go a little up to see like there is enough liquidity in this zone so that the buyers can become strong, strong, strong. It tried till here and it tried till your price level again. You made an entry here, it went down to collect liquidity, then it tried to collect it from here and it tried to go from this zone and was trying to break this and go up. But what happened in this zone only? Basically rejection happened, which means that buyers were not strong enough in this zone. Nobody was ready to buy in this zone. So what happened? From this zone, basically price started shooting down. Sellers took the control because this was just above the moving average. So what has happened here is RSI probably in this current scenario, I think, let me just put an RSI indicator too, but I don't think I'll be able to put too many indicators because my moving average is also on, VWAP is also on, so it will not allow me. So in this case, RSI might have, I'll show you maybe, but hold on. I'll close this VWAP for now. I'll put an RSI so that we can understand this. So you see here, exactly in this zone, it went into the bearish, it was in the bearish territory, and it basically, there was a bearish divergence, you can here clearly see, and price took a complete downfall from here, and then it started. So this is where we exactly missed out, and this is where exactly, if yesterday somebody has taken a trade at this point in time and they did this a mistake of not exiting when price retested and basically the price got rejected, that is where exactly they did the mistake. If you see this on bigger time frame like 1 hour chart, you can see it here. Sorry, you can see it here. So you can see exactly this level on RSI also, it was like sitting at 53. Although it had the capacity, actually it had the capacity to go till here also, 81, 82 also. But the price at that level was not becoming strong enough. See, looking at that setup, whatever the conditions, what we're talking about, ideally it should go above it. Like it should, actually it should have been a win-win situation where it should have started going in like, wait, hold on, where is my brush? Let me see. Because of the conditions, it should have ideally moved past like this, because even on the RSI, you see there was like a lot of capacity for it to go like this up. But what it did, it failed here. The failure is completely seen in that candle, the long wick candle which you see at that direction. The rejection happened and it started moving down and started moving down in the on the RSI also. That is where exactly it has happened. And then on the 4 hour chart also, it started basically moving down. You can see this here on the 4 hours chart, that exactly at this zone it got rejected and started moving down, and then again it started coming up. So even in the best case scenarios and in the best setups possible, yesterday's setup was the best possible setup I could ever tell you. But still, a lot of times, best setups and the best trading, places also with higher probabilities also sometimes do fail, and it's very much possible with crypto industry. So whenever we are going with the conviction that yes, when we are taking trades 100% we are going to make profits, or profits are inevitably going to happen, this is something that you all, including me, should be aware that nothing is certain in this industry. Nothing is certain. You cannot say any setup that you pick up is ever going to be 100% successful. At least with this example, you can 100% be sure that it is not 100% possible for us to be sure of the fact that yes, it is going to be perfect for us. Because what happens is, even though we might predict, we might be 100% accurate on our technical, and this technical analysis was 100% accurate yesterday, but still the failure of the setup has happened, because the reason is, of course, at that point in time, what has happened is, it completely reversed because of the price rejection. Buyers didn't get strong. Looking at the setup, you might be thinking, yes, now you're predicting that yes, the buyers are going to get stronger, but unfortunately they did not get strong and the price reversed completely. So this is exactly where all of us are, facing the issue, and this is what we all need to understand. Just a second. So guys, did you understand what I'm trying to say here? Okay, hold on for a second. So, can you guys now understand what I'm trying to point out here? So here the logic is, sometimes even though your technical analysis might be 100% accurate, sometimes we all can, do 100% accurate analysis also, but sometimes it doesn't work. It is like that. The market is like sometimes very, very unpredictable, and you can't completely say anything in such kind of things. So during those times, please don't curse yourself, don't blame yourself, don't break your head over, thinking that there is some mistake you have done. It is not your mistake. It is not your technical analysis mistake. It is basically, yes, inevitably, sometimes it does happen that markets, the perfect setups also fail, and sometimes market doesn't give you exactly what you're looking for. So that's how it works, and that's how it actually happens. So don't curse yourself, don't feel bad about it. We will still get some good opportunities, and we will still make some profits, even if in one case um, something has happened. My only advice is, during such kind of scenarios where the setups are failing or something like that, remember to look for the retest candle. If the retest candle, the only way to trade such kind of setups is, you have to look for rejection candles. If there is a rejection candle sitting at your entry price, and if price is not moving past, which means price is either not moving up or price is not moving either down in one of the directions of what you are trading into, the best way is to exit. The best way is to exit at no profit, no loss, and then just get done with it, and then basically take a new trade all over again. That's the best way. Or put a stop loss, not staking more than $5 to $10, and that's how you should be trading in such kind of scenarios. I hope this is coming as some useful information to you guys. What I'm trying to tell you is, again I'll repeat, and I'll repeat in Hindi also. देखो, अगर आपने कोई बाई एंट्री बनाई हो या आपने कोई सेल एंट्री बनाई हो, जिस भी एंट्री प्राइस पे आपने एंट्री ली हो, आप अगर देख रहे हो कि नेक्स्ट फ्यू मिनट्स में प्राइस उस एंट्री प्राइस को छूते हुए ऊपर या नीचे की तरफ नहीं जा रहा है, जिस भी जगह आपने ट्रेड लगा रखा हो, जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर आपने बाई एंट्री बनाई है से $100 पे, अगर प्राइस नेक्स्ट फ्यू मिनट्स पे 100 को छूते हुए ऊपर की तरफ नहीं निकलेगा, तो वहीं पे आपका क्लियर कट इंडिकेशन है कि आपने अभी अपना विथ नो प्रॉफिट नो लॉस अपना आपको ट्रेड एग्जिट करना है, एंड यू बेसिकली विल टेक अ ट्रेड when price shoots a little more below and then वहां से अपना बाय ट्रेड बनाना है. अगर आपने सेम चीज सेल एंट्री बनाई है $100 पे और आप बेसिकली वेट कर रहे हो कि मार्केट अभी नीचे जाए, आपने देखा कि नेक्स्ट फ्यू मिनट्स में प्राइस ने वो $100 की जोन को रिटेस्ट किया, लेकिन वो नीचे जाने की बजाय वो बेसिकली उसने ऊपर की तरफ मतलब यहाँ पर वो रिजेक्ट हुई है, नीचे जाने की जगह वो बेसिकली यहाँ पे रिजेक्ट हुई है और फिर यहाँ से वो ऊपर होने लगी है. तो आपने इस रिजेक्शन कैंडल पे अपना एग्जिट प्लान बनाना है विद नो प्रॉफिट नो लॉस, यानी ब्रेक इवन पे आप अपनी एग्जिट मारोगे इधर और यहां से आप बेसिकली मूव करोगे फॉर अ बेटर एंट्री पॉइंट. मैं फिर से रिपीट करती हूँ आप सबके लिए गाइस, मैं हिंदी में भी बोल रही हूँ क्योंकि कोई कोई लोग यहाँ पर हिंदी में भी, लाइक आई हैव इंडियन ऑडियंसेस टू जहां से ज्वाइन करती हैं, तो मैं आपको एक क्लियर कट इंफॉर्मेशन दे रही हूँ. जब भी आप अपनी एंट्री बनाएं, एंट्री पर रिमेंबर करें कि अगर $100 के ऊपर आपने चाहे वो बाय एंट्री बनाई हो या आपने यहाँ पर सेल एंट्री बनाई हो, आप जिस भी डायरेक्शन के लिए वेट करें. अगर बाय एंट्री बनाई है और आप चाह रहे हो कि प्राइस ऊपर जाए और आप जब देखोगे कि इन नेक्स्ट फ्यू मिनट्स, क्योंकि प्राइस को आदत होती है वो टेस्ट करते हुए वापस से आपके प्राइस को फिर से टेस्ट करेगा, आपके जोन को टेस्ट फिर से करेगा, 100 पे वो वापस आएगा. अगर इस 100 पे कोई रिजेक्शन कैंडल बनती है, यहाँ पर कोई स्ट्रॉन्ग कैंडल बनती हुई, यानी एक एनगल्फिंग कैंडल या आपको यहाँ पे स्ट्रॉन्ग कैंडल बनती हुई नजर ना आए, तो रिजेक्शन कैंडल पे इमीडिएटली अपना एग्जिट मारे और अपनी एंट्री फिर से नीचे से बनाए जब प्राइस नीचे की तरफ चला जाएगा. सेम लॉजिक अप्लाइज फॉर सेल एंट्री ऑल्सो. अगर 100 पे आपने ले रखा है, आप चाहते हो कि प्राइस नीचे जाए, लेकिन 100 पे जब वो बेसिकली आगे रिटेस्ट कर रही थी, उस वक्त एक रिजेक्शन कैंडल बनी है और वहां पर प्राइस बेसिकली नीचे जाने की बजाय ऊपर उठने लगा. यहाँ पे अगर रिजेक्शन हुआ है, इस रिजेक्शन कैंडल पे आपने एग्जिट बनाना है ताकि आप फिर वेट करोगे कि प्राइस वापस से जब वो जहां पे सेलर स्ट्रॉन्ग होने लगेंगे करके आपको लगेगा, आपने उस समय पे अपना ट्रेड लेना है. ओके, दीज आर सम स्ट्रेटेजीज, सम वेज के अगर फेलियर सेटअप होता है, सॉरी सेटअप फेलियर होता है, जैसे अगर आपने कोई परफेक्ट स्नाइपर एंट्री पॉइंट बनाई हो एंड यू नॉट एबल टू, समटाइम्स yes it happens, setup fail ho jata hai for some xyz reason. This is exactly how you are supposed to trade and this is how exactly you are supposed to exit the market. इसमें अकलमंदी यही है कि आप अपना स्टॉप लॉस $5-10 से आपको ज्यादा गंवाना नहीं चाहिए इन सच सर्कमस्टांसेस. दूसरा, पहले तो मैं कह रही हूँ कि आपको $5-10 भी नहीं गंवाना चाहिए, आपको ब्रेक इवन पे एग्जिट ही कर लेना चाहिए. जब आप एक बड़ी लॉन्ग विक की कैंडल देखोगे, एक रिजेक्शन होता हुआ नजर आएगा, यू आर सीइंग अ रिजेक्शन कैंडल, completely immediately exit it. There's no logic behind waiting for it because that is very much clear that that price is not able to move past this. So yes, it will basically go down, it will retest and then it will come back. But now in this zone, what got rejected, how much time is it going to take for it to come back and retest or not, nobody knows about it. So abhi agar is jagah pe you've taken a trade, you better exit with a no profit no loss. You don't even have to take a $5 $10 loss also over there. So this is what I'm trying to tell you, that when you plan your setups and setups do fail, it is very much possible in crypto. Guys, 8357665, I'm talking in English only, I'm talking in both languages, so I'm sorry if you didn't understand. I'll explain it once again. What I'm trying to do is, yesterday we discussed one setup, and from the point of view of that setup, all the conditions that we were looking at were basically 100% accurate to the extent that it was a perfect setup for a buy entry. But what happened is, in next few moments everything changed and everything started reversing. So what happened in this scenario was, price got rejected, which, if as a trader, if you would have made a buy entry in that zone and you missed out on that rejection candle when it retested, that is where exactly you made the mistake of not exiting at no profit no loss and instead of understanding that and doing that, you basically still uh, were part of that trade. So you basically increased your loss amount, and you basically increased unnecessarily, for no reason you increased your loss, and you stayed in a wrong trade. So if price is not moving past your entry price and there is a rejection candle sitting there, better to exit the trade and take a trade again when price moves to certain level. This is what I'm trying to explain, and this is what exactly has happened yesterday. Any which ways, I think I was just trying to explain a setup failure. If you guys have also come across certain things like this, please let me know in the comments that yes, you have faced certain issues like that, and we can discuss on that part. So moving on to the next thing. Today, let's also plan our entries, exits, and all of that. Anybody has got questions, do feel free to ask certain questions in the stream, and I will definitely answer to all your questions. So I have my VWAP, I have my moving average. You see, price is again above moving average in the shorter time frame, but in the long term, it's basically below it. And on the 4 hours chart also, basically it's slightly up, but we'll have to wait for it to move a little further up so that we can plan our entry. At this moment, taking a buy, sell, anything is not very clear, because we want price to basically build some little momentum here, then we will plan our entry here. So it has to move a little far and then we'll plan our entry, because from here, if any reversal happens again and price moves past this moving average, it's again going to be part of downtrend, and then we might not be able to catch the right momentum there. So guys, I'm going to take a small 5 minutes break here. Let's continue talking in a little while, and we'll see if there is any buy or sell opportunity that we are coming across, and we'll basically try to take a trade in the one of the directions. All right, guys. Meanwhile, you have any questions, feel free to ask in the stream. So guys, I'm back and let's begin. All right. So a little while ago, we were discussing about how the setups fail, how the perfect entries can also be very, very, they can be. Yeah. So how basically uh, perfect setups can also fail in a lot of conditions, and it is very much possible. These were the things we were looking into. So it's not always about like being like your technical analysis can be 100% accurate, like there will be no fault in your technical analysis, but yes, sometimes failures do happen, and that's not necessarily mean that your analysis was wrong. Yes, of course your analysis was right, but because market is unpredictable, in next few seconds what is going to happen, nobody knows of it. So instead of cursing yourself or cursing that you did something wrong on your own and breaking your head over it, the best way is to understand that if you see certain indications on the chart, of course, if the failure is happening, definitely there is something that you need to watch it out for, right? Like when you are taking a trade, there are good big strong engulfing candles going on, forming on the charts. Yes, of course, you know that the price is going in the direction, in the right direction, or in the direction of whatever way you want it to go. But if you're seeing that yes, a rejection candle is happening, a candle is basically having a very long wick. What is a rejection candle? I'll show you on the screen itself. Mm, so that you guys can be aware of it. By just telling you, you might not be. So let me open this, or let me open this maybe. So these are various, places where the rejections happen. So this is the rejection. Sorry, am I able to open this? I'm not promoting anything out here. I'm just showing you the. Okay, so this is how your high, your open, your close, your low, all of this shows. This is your wick. This is what I'm talking about. This is your wick. Okay, so these are candlesticks, and these are basically whenever there is a candle with this long wick, this is nothing but it means that this is basically a rejection that is happening. So whenever you see such kind of candles forming on the, see, there's a large body, small wick. This is a strong bearish momentum candle. Here you see there are small bodies, so these are indecision candles. Whenever you see some kind of candles where the body here is very small and the upper wick and lower wick is basically bigger, so it's an indecision candle, which means that price is trying to take a momentum. Either it's trying to move in up direction or it's going to plan to go to downward direction, but it's not able to make a decision because it's not clear for the price to where to head to. So whenever you see such kind of candles forming on the chart, it is very clear that it is an indecision candle. We might have found this here maybe in the charts. Let's see where these indecision candles are lying. See this one. This is an indecision candle where the body is low and wick, upper wick and lower wick is existing. This is also an indecision candle. Okay. when a long wick either on the upper side or on the lower side happens, then it is a rejection candle. But if it is if the wick is existing both on the upward and the downward direction, means it's a basically indecision candle where the body is very small. Body has to be like very small. See, even in this scenario, like for example, this big candles also, there are places where there is wick even here and here. Okay, so but does this mean that this is an indecision candle? Then the answer is definitely no. It's just that price like close opened here and was like trying to basically move up, but then it got rejected from here, which means from here to this level, buyers took the control and was trying to take it up like till this level. But somehow from these zones, what sellers started doing is they started selling from this. So then slowly, price started coming down. It came here, and from this level, the sellers took over completely. Then you can see the bodies of the red candle became very strong, right? So then sellers completely took over. Everybody started selling in this zone, and then sellers became stronger in this zone. So this is what exactly all these candles also mean. So this is why I'm telling you that here you can see these bodies also matter, why they are important, why they are important in the charts or anything as such, is because of this. See, now for example, you have your support and resistance, and at the resistance level you see that here there is a strong wick happening. So this strong wick is happening here, so it means it's a rejection. So what does it mean? See, from here the buyers were trying to basically take the price up, and they try to take it till here. Now from this level, sellers started feeling, or people, for example, if people, some of them has taken trade somewhere below this, now there maybe risk to reward of 1:2 would have been achieved, or they started feeling like okay, they've got enough profit. Now what they do is, whoever joined in this rally to buy and to take the price up till this level, they were able to take it happily. Hi my dear 800956. Hi, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Welcome my dear. So they try to take it up till this level, but what happened now, some people who took trade here, somewhere here or somewhere below here, now they started feeling okay, they've got enough 1:2, 1:3 profit. Now from here what they do is, the price reached enough good level here, so now they basically start taking a sell trade from here. So now price starts getting rejected, it started coming till here again. The next candle started forming here with the same level, but what happened? Instead of now going up, because buyers should have become stronger here and it should have started going up, what happened is from this level it started coming down, and from here, this level, from this zone to this zone, price started, sellers started becoming strong, and then they completely took the price down like that. So this is what the rejection candles are all about, and we need to identify this. We are seeing this a lot. You can see here, see again here, there is a rejection candle sitting. You can see strong body and a big wick. It's a green candle, and even for red candles it is there. But indecision candles, they are completely different. Indecision candles are basically small bodies with upper and longer wicks. There is a difference, please understand this. These are your indecision candles. When market is not able to decide which way to go, if it is not able to decide whether it should go in upward direction or it should go in downward direction, then these kind of candles form on the chart. But when we talk about the longer wicks, whether it's on the upper side or on the lower side, that those are your rejection candles. Okay, so the moment you see it on the chart, you have to basically do this, and you have to exit the strategy. For example, if you planned your buy entry, you planned your sell entry, whatever, and you are basically not like they formed a indecision candle like this, like this indecision candle form, and then market is not able to establish which way to go. And if in next candle a rejection candle happens, rejection candle means a candle with a bigger wick. The wick can be either on upside or it can be downside also. It can be on the green candle also, it can be on the red candle also. So whichever candle you see with a bigger wick on one of the sides, which means that the price is not able to sustain that. One of them, like buyers are either not able to become strong or sellers are not able to become strong, and that's why price is getting rejected. So in that scenario, now price will reverse because price is not able to withhold that particular momentum. So price will reverse from there. So you have to make your decisions as per that. Now, I'll open this also. Let me see if I have some information. This one looks better. Yeah, see, these are bearish rejection candles examples. See, the first one, a session open must be halfway between the high and the low of the candle or the lower. Session must close near its open or below. Session must close a maximum of 25% above its low. The longer the upper wick, the stronger the signal. The closer the session closes near its low, the stronger its signal. See, these are all rejection candles. Like this also is rejection. This, when it is basically the body is in between and there is an upper and lower candle, this is like an indecision. These are indecisions. Like market is not able to make a decision which way to go. So how do you trade these candles? When you see these rejections happening, if you have taken a trade already, then you might want to wait for the retest to happen. And if the retest happens, you better take an exit with no profit, no loss. At a break even, just take an entry, because if the rejection has happened, most likely price is going to reverse from there. So it's better you exit the market. If you haven't taken a trade, it's okay. After this candle, you'll wait for the momentum to build, which means that you have to wait for the proper breakout to come. A strong engulfing candle has to form there. Then that is where you will take a trade. And in case you find these candles like these indecision candles, again you'll have to wait for a like strong engulfing candle, which means with the strong body, one of the candles has to form. Now whether you're taking a sell trade or a buy trade, whatever you're taking, you have to see whether it's a red candle or it's a green candle, depending on which direction you are planning to trade. You have to see. So if you have taken a trade, how you do is that you basically exit the market at break even if you have already taken a trade before a rejection candle. But if you haven't taken a trade, that's okay. If a rejection candle happens, then you wait for the price to shoot in the opposite direction. Then after it reaches a certain peak, a certain level, then you plan your buy or sell entry depending on where the price is heading. If it is heading down or if it is heading up, depending on that, you plan your entry. If you see indecision candles, then you have to wait for the momentum candle to build up. Momentum candles, you have to wait for a strong engulfing candle. Engulfing candle is nothing but a strong body candle, whether it's a green or a red candle, doesn't matter. That you have to wait, and then when it forms and one or two candles form, then the breakout comes, then you will basically plan your entry according to it. So hopefully these things are making sense to you. Now here I'll show you engulfing candles. Maybe by looking at this chart, you might not be able to understand. Rejection candles, so I'm sure you guys might have understood what is rejection. Wick has to be like bigger. Okay, engulfing candles, I'll show you. Engulfing candles, if you see, they are like bigger body candles. Okay, these are your engulfing candles or engulfing patterns. You see, body is so big, right? Here you can see it. So there will be small body candle, then that candle gets like completely covered by a very big body candle like this. So it means that engulfing is nothing like this bigger candle is trying to basically take over this smaller candle here. It means it is basically trying to completely embrace, engulf, like, you know, like completely take it over like that. So that is what is called as an engulfing pattern or an engulfing candle there. So you have to look for such kind of things. See, this is how it is. Abhi see, green candle formed a bigger green candle, but then red took it over, which means now the sellers became strong. Now the price is going to go down. Here, nicely red candles are forming. Then suddenly a green bigger candle happened. So this green candle engulfed the smaller little candle here. So it engulfed means now buyers became strong. So in that sense, now buyers are going to take over and buyers are going to basically shoot up. So like that, this is what the engulfing pattern looks like, and this is how the engulfing pattern works. You see here, I don't know if I can open this and zoom a little more. So this is bearish engulfing. See, big green candle happened. If price had to go further up, then another green candle should have formed here and the price should have shooted up. But see, this green small little candle, the complete red candle took it over. The small little green candle is sitting here, the bigger red candle completely engulfed it, like it kind of like completely took it inside it, like in its arms, like that. Understood like the concept? It's like completely took it over like this. And now when it took over completely, like it covered it completely, engulfing means it's like completely covered it up. Now it means that yes, now the sellers are strong, now the price is going to shoot down. So the same thing can even happen for the basically bigger candles, like sorry, for the bullish patterns also. Let's see if we have something in relation to bullish. Do we have bullish? See this, you can quote this as, there is a red candle here, price was trying to go down. Let me open this. See, the price was going down here, small little red candle, then suddenly a green candle engulfed it, like it completely covered it up like that. So it basically is trying to take it over. So this is what exactly engulfing pattern or engulfing candle means. So in that scenario, we know where the price is heading. Like now, let's see. Now there are small red candles forming on the chart, right? Let's see if a strong big green candle forms here in next couple of candles, then we'll be sure that okay, buyers are taking over and basically buyers are basically becoming strong here. So price is going to go up. So okay. So small things, but very important things to remember and very important setups that we have to understand while we are trading. So definitely all these things you guys are not going to learn it overnight or over like within seconds or minutes. It's going to take some time, and I don't want you guys to memorize anything for now, because everything is available online as well as everything is right there. So it doesn't matter like you want to like you want to memorize, you don't want to memorize, it's still available on the charts on the internet itself. So what you have to do is you have to basically look for right kind of like setups to trade it. So like when we have our engulfing patterns or something, we will basically like try to look for um, some positions even there. The engulfing candle strategy, let's have a look at. Let me open any image here if I have. I'll put. So how do you trade engulfing pattern? So this is bullish engulfing, which means price is basically going up. So here is your stop loss, and this is how you trade in this direction. And in bearish engulfing, this is where you put your stop loss above the just above the strong engulfing candle, and you start trading in this direction. So look at this chart now. There is a dragonfly doji. Dragonfly doji basically means that it's an indecision candle. So you see there is an indecision that has happened here. Your market was not able to decide which direction to go. Then what happened? A small red candle formed. And immediately when a small little candle formed, a big green candle completely took over it. This is exactly where you have to enter into the buy trade. Put your stop losses very tight, like below this, and you take a trade here, and then you see the pattern. Basically, it went completely up. Okay, this is how it basically meant. Now, exactly when this dragonfly doji formed on the RSI also, you can see it was completely oversold. Okay, so this indecision gave us some indication. Then little like little more information, like the sellers kind of getting little weaker here, and from here then price started shooting up, so like that. Okay, so this is how you basically identify these kind of patterns even on the chart. Now for example, you see this is bearish engulfing. So from this level till this level, price was shooting up, until this green candle became a little smaller. It became a little smaller, and the red candle took it over. So the moment red candle took it over, a big red body candle formed here. So you see, you take your you're planning your like your short entry. So you'll take a short entry from this level, slightly above the wick you'll put your stop loss, and this is where you will basically put your sell trade. And then you see from here to this level, this is where the entry level is, the stop loss is here, and then you basically take your profit somewhere at this candle, and see price started going down after this engulfing candle. So this is what we have to identify on the charts. Sometimes this is very visible, sometimes it is a bit tricky, and if you know how to spot these kind of candles on the charts, you are like half pro trader there. So that's how it works. So just understand this thing, then you'll be able to do it. See, now let's have a look on the real charts. If sometimes these candles are like broken and I'm like struggling to understand what is happening here. Let me refresh it. Okay. Looks like the sellers, sorry, buyers are only in control. If an engulfing pattern happens on a chart, I'll tell you guys. Okay. So this is where my price and VWAP is sitting on the 5 minutes chart. Any questions for me so far, guys? I want you guys to basically ask any relevant questions. Anywhere you guys, your setups are failing, your profits are not coming, or you're about to reach a profit, but suddenly market is reversing. There'll be like a lot of issues. What happens, right? And you might be doubting your own and technical analysis somewhere. So you can ask me anything you like. There's no right or wrong here. We are, it's very much okay to basically ask the silliest of the silliest thing, no problem. So feel free to ask me anything that you like. Guys, the feedback will help me in terms of what we are doing here, because if you don't tell me where it's going wrong, what is happening, if you're successful, I'm very much happy. But if there is any issue, you have to let me know that yes, there are things that you want me to look into and tell you, so I will definitely help you. Looks like the price is getting rejected. You see, price try to go up, but price is getting rejected. Let's wait. Okay, price got rejected. Now price is moving down. Looks like price is moving down now. Okay, I think it's trying to test it again. So guys, it's a request from my end. If you find any value in this stream, if you find any value in this discussions that you're doing, please go use the deposit button which you see on the live stream function. So when you are on the live stream, you have this deposit button here, right? On the Zbit application. I'm not saying the normal one, but on the live stream you have it. When you click on live, you have this deposit function here. I want you guys to go use this and deposit funds into the account. If anything that we're discussing is making any sense or is helping you out in your day-to-day strategies, I want you guys to use this deposit function and deposit funds while I'm live, because That will help me, that will boost my confidence. And also, not just that, but it will also help you guys unlock some exclusive benefits that can be completely yours. So these exclusive benefits are not just for everybody and anybody. It's only for those people who are subscribing to this thing. It's not a subscription or something that we are charging you. This is your own money. It is going to stay in your account only, and that money you're going to utilize in your trading itself. So don't think that I am asking you to subscribe to something and pay something. It's not some kind of subscription or payment, but it's just that you have to deposit funds using that button to deposit funds while I'm live, and then together we can take a trade, and you can also get the chance to unlock some exclusive benefits for by doing this particular action. So that is what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, after a rejection candle, price is again trying to retest that zone, which means like buyers are still trying hard to push it up. Let's have a look. Let's continue to watch. So buyers are strong at 38. RSI has reached 71 on the charts. Sorry, not 71, 46. So it's near the neutral zones, almost neutral zones. So now, obviously, price can either move past that neutral zone 50, and it can move past 70. Let's see what will happen here. Why am I not asking you to take any buy trade? Is because you can see 60 minutes chart, my moving average price is still below that moving average, and it's above VWAP, okay, but it's below moving average. So like on 60 minutes, there's no uptrend still. So taking a buy position can be a riskier thing, although a tight stop loss can be put and can be taken a trade, but I still want the price to move past the 60 minutes chart too. Here on the 4 hours chart, let's have a look. So price is above 4 hours chart on the, sorry, price is above moving average on the 4 hours chart. But you see, there's not much of a difference between the moving average and the price sitting here. So any rejection, any reversal can happen from this zone, and price can completely go downtrend. So still taking a buy trade in this zone is a riskier thing. But if somebody wants to plan with a very tight risk management and risk to, sorry, tight stop losses and everything, can still do it. But it is a riskier thing, let me tell you, because see, VWAP is also sitting somewhere here, as well as your moving average is also sitting here. It's not much of a difference. See, 3107 and 3082. How much of a difference is that? 3107 and 3082. So it's about 25 points, and 25 points can happen, like 25 points movement can happen in a second. It's not a big deal. So that's why I'm not encouraging any buy positions still. Although you could have planned from here to here with a very tight strategy, but this strategy has a lot of risk. You know how to enter, how to exit, like execute it very quickly at the tip of your fingers. Enter, exit, you can. Because here the major thing is you have to manage to take a trade very, very quickly. You can't be like, you can't even just like turn your head somewhere and then trade, because this particular zone is like that tight right now that even you can't afford to just move your head like this. And if you move like this also, within a second anything goes wrong there, your trade can completely reverse, and your loss or your stop loss will definitely hit over there. So that's why I don't want you guys, if you're trading, that is a caution you have to take. If you're not trading, that's okay, we can plan our sell entry from there. Let's see if we can get a sell entry from there. But if you are buying, yes, like I said, very tight, take profits, very tight, stop losses and everything, and be quick to execute the orders. So sellers are in control currently. More than buyers. So looks like a rejection is most likely to happen. Price is sitting at 48, coming near the neutral zones. So looks like a little consolidation is going to happen here. See, again, price is getting rejected here. So rejection has happened. Nobody is buying over there. Instead, sellers have started selling at that zone. People started liquidating in that zone. So now probably it's going to reach the 30 and below on the RSI, which means it's going to reach the oversold conditions and then again bounce from there. 208813. Is there a network issue, my dear? I see that you are appearing and disappearing a lot of times. Maybe I think there's a network issue or something. Sorry, I think I didn't say hi. 823566. Sorry, 3366. Hi, hi, my dear. So far, whatever we've discussed, any questions on that? Anything which you guys didn't understand, please, you can feel free to ask me to repeat it once again and I can do that for you. So all we were trying to understand is sometimes the best and the perfect entries and the best setups can also fail. So it's all a probability of a 50-50. No matter which setup you pick up for trading, they are all 50-50 only. They are not they're never basically like 90, 95, 80, something like that. It's all about risk management. It's all about how you are managing your trade. And the moment you enter into a trade, especially in futures, though, you cannot even think of just moving your head like this, because every second matters. And yesterday was a classic example. Although I always used to theoretically tell you guys about my own example, that price touched my target and it just turned from just $1 below from my target, and then I had to face a loss and all. But yesterday we saw a classic example of a setup failure. So all I'm trying to tell here is that yes, prices basically, even in the most perfect setups, can fail, setups can fail, and entries can reverse. So how do you manage during such times? How do you trade during such times is very important. If you learn that, nobody can stop you from any kind of loss that is supposed to happen, and nobody can stop you from facing any loss. Actually, it's like uh, because you're planning your strategy well in advance, and you're planning your things well in advance. That's why your take profit, sorry, your break even, like you're not even going for profit, you're not even going for loss. It's a break even thing, and you're just exiting the market at the right time. So that is what we are doing, and that is what you need to learn. Okay, guys. Can I request, this is the button that you're supposed to use, the deposit button, and then deposit funds while I'm live, okay? So guys, any questions for me? Looks like the early buyers are trying to take a profit here. So wherever you see that red candle in between, it means that only like somebody who has taken a trade earlier and they maybe if they purchase somewhere here at this candle or something, then they are trying to take profits here at this level or maybe at this level. So RSI is sitting at 55, mostly from 60. Most of the people try taking their profits from that zone. So what you see here currently is basically it's a strong sequence of green candles, which means the buyers are in control, and this red candle in between, which has an upper wick, and then again the next green candle is continuing up. So it's not something like bearish; it's a usually bullish continuation. So what this pattern means is like it's a profit taking and not a reversal. So this red candle with an upper wick means basically early buyers are taking profits near the top and sellers are trying to push the price down. So they fail to take control of it. So upper wick is equal to like what it means is like it's a rejection of higher prices, but it's like for temporary basis. Now, liquidity grab above highs, that upper wick often also sweeps buy side liquidity, triggers breakout longs, and allows smart money to sell into that liquidity. So then after this, what happens is price resets slightly and it continues higher after that. And third thing is obviously bullish pause. It's like a bear trap. One red candle inside a green sequence is like a pause, a cool off, like a thing. And it's not a trend change, but it's just a small little, uh, pause over there. So a continuation green candle confirms buyers are still stronger. What you saw here, and then this was the, indication of it. So this pattern, which completely from here to here, what has happened here is it's conceptually like called as a bullish continuation phase or pause. bear trap inside uptrend and liquidity sweeps plus continuation, or micro bull flag one candle pullback. So this is order flow logic. Okay. So this setup basically works best when price is above VWAP. So this we can see it's above VWAP for sure, and 200 MA, which also is again the second condition met. Volume doesn't collapse on the red candle, and red candle stays within prior green candle body and occurs after an impulsive move. So it's not at a resistance. So when it fails, you have to carefully watch for the red candle, which is not closing below the previous green low. See this one, this red candle, if it becomes a little more bigger than this one, then it means kind of the sellers are taking control. So in this scenario, the red candle basically didn't move past this, right? So it's clear that yes, the setup did not fail there. Upper wick happens at high time frame resistance and volume spikes massively on the red candle, and next candle fails to break the red candle high. That's when it turns into a reversal instead. So these are the conditions for a reversal. Remember, red candle should close below the previous green low. Then upper wick basically happens at a high time frame resistance, and volume spikes massively on the red candle, and also next candle fails to break the red candle high. So if the candle is like exiting here, if it is not breaking above that, then that means that yes, the reversal is most likely to happen. This candle, it should break through this candle, and this candle should not move lower than this, and volume should if it is spiking massively on the red candle, like on the volume indicator, and then obviously next candle, if it is failing to break the candle high, then all these things are basically pointing out towards a reversal instead. That there is no strong, like small temporary pullback or something. It's basically a trend change. However, one red candle obviously does not change a trend. Structure obviously does. So as long as higher lows remain intact and next candle confirms trend continuation is valid still. Sorry guys. Mm. Guys, any questions? Please feel free to ask. Looks like now it's reversing from the neutral zone itself. So it's in the bearish territory still. So it's trying to retest this zone. The sellers are getting control. I don't know. Computer is sometimes. Hold on. Sellers are in control. Trend is not very strong. Getting into the oversold conditions right now. So we can plan an entry here. Let's wait. Okay, price is getting rejected. No, no. But if we plan our entry, sellers are still strong here actually. So it's again a riskier thing. So what if we plan our buy entry here, keeping the previous swing high as the target? Like take a long trade here. Stop loss is just below this. And the target should sit here. Let it come down. I think we should wait for some more time because it still has capacity to move further down. Let me put my Fibonacci here. to see if it is in my retracement levels or not. So it's reached past, it reached below SMA for sure. Is it also below the retracement levels or still has some capacity? Oh my god. Prices in the I don't know. Actually speaking, it's reached past the retracement levels, but still, if it becomes stronger here, let me enter into the I'm not getting a proper, like, area to enter actually. Like, confusing me way too much. Let's plan our entry. Five 7 1 4 7. Hi, my dear. Hi, welcome to the stream. Welcome, 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 welcome. So you can see 4 hours पे 42 पे आ गई RSI पे, तो now it has the capacity to go down and then bounce back. एक तो ये कंडीशन है, but we can clearly see के वॉल मतलब मूविंग एवरेजेस के बहुत पास में है, तो हो सकता है कि यहाँ से डाउन ट्रेंड बिगिन हो जाए कंप्लीटली, ये एक पॉसिबिलिटी है. अदर थिंग इज यहाँ पर थोड़ा सा नीचे आके बाउंस भी हो सकती है, दूसरी प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ कोर्स, दो ये चीजें. पर आरएसआई पे अभी वो बेरिश टेरिटरी में बैठी है, 50 के नीचे पहुंच गई है, मतलब सेलर्स कंट्रोल में है. ओवरऑल ट्रेंड वीक होता हुआ नजर आ रहा है, यानी ये तो अप ट्रेंड मोस्ट लाइकली कंटिन्यू नहीं होगा. यहाँ से हो सकता है रिवर्सल हो जाए, क्योंकि 60 मिनट्स के चार्ट पर भी प्राइस तो मूविंग एवरेज के नीचे है. आरएसआई पे भी 42 के आसपास है, यानी न्यूट्रल जोन के नीचे है, और सेलर्स इसमें भी कंट्रोल में लग रहे हैं. 4 आवर्स में भी बेसिकली सेलर्स भी कंट्रोल में लग रहे हैं, बायर्स कंट्रोल में नहीं है. अभी 5 मिनट्स के चार्ट पर कंसोलिडेशन में आ गया है, ये वापस बोथ बायर्स और सेलर्स इक्वल बैठे हैं, न्यूट्रल जोन पे पहुंच गया है. Looks like there's a rejection at this candle, the red candle and the green candle. It's sitting in the neutral zones actually. I'm not planning any entry because it's near the neutral zones. I want a proper breakout to come here. Like it's after like little movement, it's halted here actually. It's like trying to build a momentum. This rejection candle, the red one, which is definitely saying that the buyers are still in control, but you see this green candle is not able to move past that. Most likely the price will continue a little up and then it will take a turn. That's what I'm thinking. Because see, it's almost reached the 60 on the neutral zone. So the early people who have taken trade somewhere here, they have to take a profit at this zone. So most likely that is what is happening at that zone. So that red candle is actually telling that only, that those early people who have taken early trade, they are trying to take the profits from that level. Let's see. Oh, I'm not going to plan a buy entry for sure here. I will take a short entry at the pullback most probably. I think the entry that I gave for buy, the target is achieved. I gave the entry here at 323092 and the exit at 3114. So it's a good move. Whoever has taken a trade at 3113092 and exited at 3114 must be sitting at a minimum one on it. One Ethereum must be like $20 if you're trading in one Ethereum. But if you're taking a leverage position, then that's a different thing. So it's almost what it is, 1:5. What is 1:5? How come? Something is wrong on this chart, I feel. Three zero nine three is what you entered. Exit at 3114. This is a risk to reward of 1:2. So this is how you should have planned your buy entry. However, I'm not taking a buy entry, I'm going to take a sell entry. So I'm just waiting for the price to shoot down and I'll take a same setup because my swing low is sitting here and there is a rejection, but however this rejection actually got tested here. Now where is my other resistance sitting? My other resistance is also sitting somewhere near 3083, which should have been my stop loss. So or 3076 also can be my target if I'm planning my sell entry from there. Let me see. The resistance is sitting here. And support is even sitting here 3066 actually. The lowest point here. That's for the whole day, 24 hours. But coming to the support, I think the previous swing was sitting here. So my support will be here. The next support will be here. And After that, the next would be here somewhere, which is where my exactly the stop loss is. Okay, there's a rejection candle that's forming here. Let's see. Next candle, I will plan my entry. Looks like there's a green strong engulfing candle forming here. The engulfing candle forms here, then price can still continue to go a little up. Those rejections are telling that yes, price is not able to hold that zone. However, I think for all the buy traders, the 1:2 is achieved for all you guys. So people who have taken trades, you guys taken long positions. Now by now you have your profits sitting. Sorry, my dear, what is this 40303? What have you sent me? IVJ, HNB, GUJB, NIW. I have no idea what you're talking, my dear. What language is that actually? People who have taken trades at 3092 entry price that I told you guys, your exit forms here. You can exit from this zone